I wrote in a chat group this morning about what a great gift for not just this birthday, but last year too, when I joined the senior club, right? And we got overall champion on the day of my birthday. And this year, it was just very close. So I can think of nothing of a better gift from the team, right? The team are the drivers, the mechanics, the strategy, the pit manager, everybody come together. So, endurance is such a team sport. That's why I love it so much.
Seeing all the plans come to fruition so that we are where we are today, this is something that we dreamed of 3 years ago. It's not something that we dreamt of just this year. So this year is the culmination of all of that planning, all of that work, all of that getting together just for this.
The most memorable is definitely seeing the checkered flag and then knowing that we dominated the whole year, because that was the game plan when I first told Stephen that we were going to transform this car to dominate the series, because as the spec version, we were struggling with the higher powered cars. And then Stephen finally goes, okay, do what you need to do. Let's win the overall. Just get the first place. And when we took that task on, it was hard, because given that our power was limited, it was like do everything else before we get to the power. So seeing everything come together, having a flawless weekend, great driver, great support, for me, the experience and just the gratification of seeing the numbers is like perfect. I feel so good.
What was nice though was that we're still on limited power. But still, the car dominated the series.
Mine is, of course, winning all this year. We won every single endurance race. The most memorable will be the 206 for me, because we've been waiting since 12-hour endurance, and then finally, nung last endurance, the 8-hour, we finally got it. So 206.6, yeah.
Yes, of course, the 206, that was my ultimate dream, to be able to better our 207 flat from the 12 hours. Being able to see the car in this state after all the planning and Angie's wild ideas, everything just fell into place.
I wasn't even part of the initial team to begin with. Windy just invited me and I retired from racing already. And that's when I got a taste and I was like, it's fun. Seeing all that with the experience with the Andy, with the experience with the team, this is the single biggest moment for me. Like being able to finally relax and breathe and take it all in and say like, wow, we've done really well and the car's done really well, the team's done really well. That's like, thank you.
Actually, I didn't want to race. Okay, I wasn't so sure if I might let the team down. I mean, we had 2 races already in our belt, and I didn't want to destroy the Grand Slam. I wanted to be sure that the team won. So the whole time I was driving, I was conscious as to whether I was going to be overtaken or not. But then, gladly, we actually did a solid drive. So it was okay. I'm really very happy about it. And now, I'm just really looking forward to next year to be able to drive full.
If we were to look back at one single modification that would help the car, it would have been the sequential gearbox in the final drive.
The way the ratios were spaced together, it's like we added 40 horsepower to the car without putting 40 horsepower on the car. So this was the moment when we saw we can win this. We can really win this.
Before each event, we discussed there's a run plan. It was a matter of making sure that everybody understood their role. My crew, the drivers, it was very important that they followed the plan. And I think, as I've said earlier, everything fell into place. I would say, never give up. No, we always, there's always a problem. When, a couple of weeks ago, we shook down the car, no problem. Race week, problem after problem after problem. So you just need to keep on going and push and hope for the best. And last weekend was perfect.
The 12-hour race, on the last lap, Tyson overtakes our class leader so that we won our class. It was literally a moment of disbelief. We're like, we could see the BMW slowing down, and then we see Tyson pushing, and Edgin's like, we might run out of gas. And we're like, what do we have to lose?
That's right.
Push, stay out, push. And Tyson overtakes right before the checkered flag. That was the wildest finish for me.
For me, it's the if I need to finish my stint. Kasi yung pagod eh. I'm not getting, I'm getting old. So, it's ang hirap eh. Sometimes. It's hard for me to finish my stint. Pero I still push kasi I always think about the team. Diba? We always never give up. One of the challenging for me is to qualify fast also. Kasi everyone is looking at us. So, kailangan ko magbigay ng oras na matulin. I need to give the best of it. If not, like nung 12-hour endurance nga, I was saying, we were expecting 2:06 na, but hindi ko nagawa. So, from there hanggang the Bonifacio, talagang pinaghandaan ko, like, pinag-isipan ko, sabi ko, I have to make the 2:06. And then, sa tulong ng team, we did one lap. Yeah. And then after that one lap, umulan eh. So, and then di pa gumagana yung orasan ko inside the car. So I didn't know kung 2:06 talaga. When I came in, nalaman ko. So I was very happy talaga. Talagang iba yung feeling.
Endurance is a very hard sport, right? Because there's so much that depends on the team. And two things that stands out for me that I'm most proud of in the last 4 years of this journey would be that the two things is, one of them is the human spirit, right? It's easy at the end of every season, and you can see that in the pit lane or the paddock when they give out awards that they say, it's okay, we'll come back again next year. But it's so hard, It's easy to say come back again. You would see Angie working on the car, getting new ideas about, okay, how do we do this? And in her mind, it never stops, right? It just said never give up. You never ever give up. In the middle of the night, we were changing gearbox. You never give up. Others would have said, okay, let's give up, pack the bag, go home. It's easy to do, but never give up is very hard to do. And we finished races, even if we were at the end, we would still finish the race because that's pride, right? And the second thing is the teamwork. And you said dream team. Dream team is very rare. Every single member works well together, and you can't take that for granted. And they all have a place to play, like basketball or Riders' Cup. In here, we have a huge amount of respect for each other, what we do, right? Angie does that really well. You have that Windy's computer in here that says, yellow flag, come in. Yellow flag, no, don't come in. Those are decisions that makes or breaks the endurance. Like, stay out, come in. Those are split second that makes or not make the team to be champion. And all this works well. Agent organized the paddock. Nothing goes wrong. Car comes in, no wrong tires, no bad refuel. So it takes everybody, and me, they need to drink water, so I'm the water boy, right? So dream team, never give up. Those are the two key ingredients that ultimately, to get here, you need those two, not one, just those two things. I would say come back to the Mazda DNA. That's the reason why we are so heavily emotionally and invested in the team. Because Mazda in 1991 did exactly the same thing. They won the Le Mans. The human spirit is the same. The teamwork is the same. They did 6 years of heartbreaking work to get to first Japanese automaker to make the Le Mans. And that's really, really hard, right? Not to diminish it. This is really hard too. This is 4 years of our life. We all have our things to do, but we kept at it for 4 years. So this is like the penultimate evidence of that 4 years of teamwork, never give up. I think we're gonna take a break. But I walk in the door and Angie's talking about what color should we paint this. That's the spirit of Angie. She doesn't stop. And the rest, she attracts the talents to her. She inspires the rest too. That's are leaders in every single one of us in this team. And that's true. So the plan for next year, when it crystallizes, we'll make the announcement.
I do have that habit of thinking nonstop of what can we improve on. Me and Edgen were chatting on the side of future plans for the car. And so we're like, okay, I think it'll be exciting to run next year and see if we can break more records. Because this year was about showing up and setting milestones and then just bettering ourselves. As much as people are like, oh, you're not competing with anyone, we're like, we're beating ourselves. We're making sure that we show up as a better version of ourselves every time. Being a better driver, a better engineer, a better teammate. And that way we know that we're progressing. So that's what I love about this dream team.
Everybody has a contribution to make. And that contribution, when you put it all together, is what makes us the strongest team this year.